And we're back with round 2, game 2, FNM TV from the May 27th FNM. Doing a little bit of catch-up on our weekly thing. Thank you, Bruins, for making the finals.
You start off with a Tarpet here, and he's going to preordain off his Seachrome Coast.
Indeed. No Bruins commentary, JT? Nothing? Nothing about Tim Thomas? Nothing about Zdeno Chara?
T-Pain?
T-Pain?
As he's known to Alex Burrows?
That was a pretty good hit. He has collected 1 hit this series.
That's true. It was nice. Alright, and a Stoneforge Mystic. I'm telling you, man, it always seems like they have that turn 2 Stoneforge. Nope, he does not go for it here. He wants to have Spell Pierce backup.
I'm not sure what he's trying to hold back from me playing. Well, I guess he...
Clearly, you don't have the discard spell, which would have been pretty good there.
Yeah. I took this deck apart since this week. I'm not entirely sure what my discard suite was, but I'm pretty sure it was just for Inquisition for this. The 2 Despise additionally help it out, and he plays his Sword of War and Peace, I believe, just to try and see if he's going to bait out my counter, which I honestly don't care if he plays it. If I did have a counter, either way, he still needs something to equip it to.
You can just counter all of his creatures.
Yeah, which is the big play.
He doesn't have an optimal number.
Yeah.
Hey, Jen. Oh.
Alright, so we have... Well, looking at this 4 mana, I'm not sure what I'm going to try and tap into here to hit the board or counter with.
I think he's just going to slam the Stoneforge here.
He's tech edging.
Tech edging.
I'll tap for the blue.
He just goes to second main here.
Yep.
The mana
He's
will empty.
He ends turn. Oh, no, he doesn't. Does he? Yeah, he does. And I hit another island, sitting with plenty of land in my hand. An Inkmoth Nexus, which I think I'm going to play.
Seems like the right play there. Got to block her out.
Not even just a blocker. It provides pressure. I can go at him now for 1 poison over 10 turns. And
yep, because those decks aren't playing Condemn anymore.
Yeah.
Because Condemn's pretty bad in the mirror. Those are not going to swing until they have this sort of equip.
I actually still run Condemn in mine.
Really?
I like it.
It's alright.
It saved me in the week following this, which we will see. Not going to give out too much, but Condemn was definitely MVP round 5. Preordain. He's been known to counter my Preordain, so...
Really?
Yeah, he does it a lot, actually.
Doesn't seem like the worst play.
No, it doesn't. And I'll believe I keep that Jace.
I mean, I think I would rather hit the Jace with the counter, but we'll see. So, are you going to play the Jace on the counter here, or...
I think I'm just going to leave mana open to scare him, I think.
It doesn't look like you have a counterspell in your hand.
Because it, well, it's not so much that I have one. It's so much that I want him to think I do. But in the end, it doesn't really matter overall.
He's going to just take a poison?
Yep. I love Tezzeret and Inkmoth Nexus. Makes me very happy. Sneak in wins from out of nowhere.
Plays the plains, 5 mana. And he's going to go for a Jace.
Which I'm going to let hit the board. Because I have no option.
So you're going to legend it out?
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. I didn't even get the value there. He does have a Spell Pierce, so your Jace would have got countered. Which does make a difference.
It does.
For sure.
Like I say, I always assume Ian has a counter because most of the time when I play against him, he usually has the counter.
No reason to run your Jace out into a counterspell. At least now you can get rid of the Jace and get some value.
I'm not entirely sure how many he runs. I want to say it's above 6.
Actually, you can't even play your Jace here because he has the Spell Pierce mana up.
If he has Spell Pierce mana up, I still have the 2 to
go.
pay for it. So, and without the counterspell,
Yeah.
it doesn't really matter.
I think you have to play it here. Get that thing off the board. Oh, baby.
Yep, go ahead. Spell Pierce it. Do it. I have the mana. You see it. Do it. Do it. You won't. No balls. That's right.
There it goes. Leave 3 up.
I don't know what to do with that 3 mana. Pay 1 to animate Nexus.
Swing for 1.
That's what I'm thinking.
Then you're letting him do... I guess that might be the play here.
3 mana.
Tome Magnet.
Tome Magnet. Which that has Spell Pierce.
Indeed.
Now we can play a Stoneforge for whatever.
It's kind of gross.
Stoneforge is gross. playing with some of the best cards ever printed, like Stoneforge and Chase the Mind Sculptor.
It's true. Do you have any hard counters in the deck?
No, I don't believe so. Not in this one.
Gotcha.
I was looking for Stoic Rebuttals, I believe, for this deck, but
really
couldn't find them. I think we traded them all in.
Huh. Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad addition. Sometimes it can just be a 2-mana counterspell.
Just regular counterspell. It's delicious.
Like it over Deprive?
Yeah, I do. I don't like.
Well, I mean, you don't
returning
have.
land.
Yeah, you don't like. You don't have any lands to recur, right?
No, not really.
Gotcha.
Can't wait till rotation hits. How about you?
Rotation? I mean, yeah, I would like to see. I'd like to see Cawblade go. I mean, ironically, I haven't got to play with Jace as much as I would like.
You have Jaces, don't you?
I have 2.
Okay.
So I think I might just try and build something where I can play it. Let's not Cawblade. I'm more of a deck builder, to be honest.
Conley Woods.
I wouldn't go that. I won't play a bad deck just because I built it. I mean,
so you're saying Conley Woods plays bad decks?
not always, but some of his lists. I mean, some of his lists are
Suspect?
genius. Some of his lists are genius,
And some are just brews to brew.
I mean, Necrotic Ooze. I love that. Soul Sisters, love it.
Soul Sisters is good.
That is a good deck.
I really like it.
Blue Green Wave, I love it. So I do like a lot of his works, but I mean, again, the ones you don't hear about.
Well, obviously.
There's a reason you don't hear about them. Because they're not as good as...
So, also speaking of pros, Brian Kibler recently in Singapore was running a Tezzeret list, I believe, that was supposed to have a really good matchup against Cawblade, and ended up getting completely smashed by it.
I could see that.
Yeah, in the feature match, no less.
The only deck that I've really seen have a great matchup against Cawblade is Jumanji.
Oh, Jumanji.
But that deck just gets blown out by every other deck in the field.
Just about. I mean, doesn't it have a positive matchup against Valakut?
I mean, I lost to it, but then again, I lost to Nick Spagnuolo.
Yeah.
He's pretty good.
And Harrison Greenberg?
No.
You played 2 of the 4 that played that.
I did. I played Nick Spagnuolo and Michael Posgay.
Okay.
Who is now banned by the DCI.
Oh, for what reason, if you don't mind me asking?
I believe slow play and drawing extra cards.
Seems like a snick play.
It does. Definitely does. That's what we would call it.
Hungry? Why wait? Draw extra cards.
I've heard he's not a very, what's what I'm looking for? Just heard he's kind of rude. I didn't really notice it during my match, but I heard he's kind of a rude player. He'll slow play and then rush you.
That's an interesting combination.
Yeah.
That's a very interesting combination.
Yeah, for sure.
I believe the first time that would ever happen, you have to give it back to him to make sure, call a judge over.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I've heard. It didn't happen during my match. I played pretty fast anyway, though. Definitely not a slow player.
There's a lot of suspecting that goes on at like high premier tournaments that I've experienced. A lot of like, I encourage you to play faster when I just drew my card for the turn. Yeah. And it's like, I don't entirely agree with a lot of it. I'm not a dick when it comes to competitive Magic. However, if someone's going to, try and rule shark me, by all means, I'm going to go right back at you. Yeah. But I'm not usually one to initiate it.
For sure. Divine Offering, really. Gain no life. That's fine.
He just wanted to get rid of that poison threat. He's sitting at 3. I think he's worried about getting up to 5 where I can just drop a Tezzeret and swing in for a win.
This is true, definitely.
Wants to still keep it to that 2 attack border.
Back on the Star City Games topic, I don't know if I really consider the Open Series to be a high level.
I think compared to what other things are run for Magic,
but
it's definitely not
in the grand scheme of things. I would compare the Star City Open to more of the Summer League for like the NBA.
Summer League for NBA? I don't know.
Whereas like the Grand Prix would be the regular season.
I think like the Grand Prix is more like an Olympics type event. And, like, you have, like, Star Cities as more of, like, the everyday, like, big tournament, like the NBA regular season or something like that.
I guess, but then like, the Pro Tour is obviously like the playoffs.
Yeah, and, like, FNM's, like, minor leagues.
If that, yeah. FNM's just kind of, like, pickup games.
For sure.
I mean, I'm playing Genesis Waves, man.
Yeah, I suppose.
No, I'm not even going to bring Genesis Wave to the minor leagues. And a Mana Leak.
Yeah, he doesn't want that Worm Coil hitting, and I don't blame him.
That'll just put him out of range of getting you.
Yeah.
I mean, and he can block the Stoneforge and just eat it.
Those Stoneforges are... I can't wait for rotation. I don't like playing Cawblade.
It just seems a really good... It seems like a good card against Cawblade.
Yeah, I don't like playing Cawblade, but the issue is I'm going to state that now.
So much artifact hate, though.
Honestly, Worm Coil kind of negates artifact hate, except for Into the Core.
Ooh. Oh, that's a beating. Into the Core's pretty good. I'm
fine with if people play Divine Offering on a Worm Coil, honestly. It doesn't bother me. They gain 6, but I get 2 tokens. That's...
Yeah, I mean, he is pretty resistant to removal, but...
That would be a nightmare.
That would be pretty bad.
That would be a nightmare.
But again, you do 2 for 1 them. So.
Yeah.
And they spent 5 mana, or 6 mana to get rid of your 6 mana.
Which I'm perfectly content with them doing.
And 2 cards. 6 mana, 2 cards.
Chances are in this deck, though, I would have countered the Into the Core.
Maybe.
But he's going to swing in with that guy. Me playing the
too,
additional mana leaks also gets rid of damage I can take.
Destroyed by Spell Pierce. Kind of like G-Wave.
Yeah. Well, honestly, Spell Pierce does a lot of damage to the format. I'm not entirely sure if it's going to get reprinted or what'll come in for counter spells for it, but that is a pretty big shoes to fill for like Spell Pierce and Mana Leak.
Yeah. Hopefully there won't be any like Premier 1-drops that we need to start playing in
Mental Missteps.
Yeah, that would be pretty bad.
I'm very excited about Innistrad with very little revealed except for Liliana Vess, but Liliana Vess, Mind Flayer, +3.
Yeah.
Destroy target creature. They discard a card. That'd be pretty good. That'd be pretty good. No, Liliana Vess won't be anywhere near as broken as Jace, in my opinion.
She needs to be 4 CMC, though.
She has to. I think Planeswalkers need to be 4 converted mana cost.
If they're going to be premier.
Playable.
Yeah.
I could see her being like triple black. Like if they're going to go lower, I can see her being triple black, but
just 3 black.
Just 3 black. 1, 2, 3.
I don't think you can do that. Has there ever been a Planeswalker?
That's been 3? Just plain like monocolor?
No, that just has been 3. 3 mana cost?
3 mana cost is Jace.
Oh, that's right, Baby Jace. You're right.
Baby Jace is 3 mana cost.
Yep. Everything else. But I mean, again, you don't get... She won't be that good if it's only 3.
Never know.
She just won't be.
You never know. I still think they should do a Planeswalker for 2 mana cost that just does +1, look at your opponent's hand, -1, your opponent reveals their hand for the rest of the game, or something stupid, and like the ultimate's like, you draw like 3 cards.
I guess. I don't know. I think draw 3 cards is too good. Draw 3
like -5 or something stupid. I don't know. I'm just saying, I think there should be more utility Planeswalkers.
I suppose you can't have too many Planeswalkers running around. They slowed the game down.
Nah.
Not as bad as top.
Free abilities every turn are pretty good.
Not as bad as top, but
yeah.
All right.
So looking at this board state again, I'm getting my face Batterskulled. I'm getting completely destroyed.
Squadhawk, swords.
There's nothing I can really do that.
He doesn't even care about Tezzeret at this point.
No, I wouldn't.
Really, you just got it. Like you have 1 card in hand.
There's no way for me to steal this game in any way, shape, or form at this point.
Yep.
Hex Parasite can't do anything against any of his cards, which is a shame because I really like Hex Parasite. Round 1 ended up playing Sook, and he runs Venser Tap Out. And pretty much everything that he runs that makes his deck go or give it any gas runs counters.
Hex Parasite will just...
And it just...
sucks
everything out. And he does care about the Tezzeret because he hits it.
Okay. And Tezzeret will go... No, goes into 1.
Is that 2, my Tezzeret?
I mean, that's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you draw Worm Coil, you're not going to get value out of the Tezzeret.
No. Even if I draw, I think my life's low enough.
There really aren't any artifacts that are going to save you anyway.
Not even Tumble Magnet at this point. I draw another land. Tezzeret's going to get +1. Oh, it went down to 3. I'm sorry. I took 1 damage from the Stoneforge, so it was at 3. Sometimes I can't tell with the dice.
Did you miss?
I think so. Nope. Yep, I think I did. Because of Karn's there, that wasn't my artifact, and I'm just rearranging it. Yep. Yep, that's a whiff.
Well, that's just the game.
It is. That's kind of key that they didn't make him an artifact planeswalker. Kind of key. Kind of
so,
key.
I think you lose this one here?
Yep. I'm going to go down 1-1 for the match, for the day, and Ian will go on to be 2.